Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw. I, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young, and Wade Barrett here. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw, we're going to have a good show here today, Tony Schiavone says. Yes, I would think so, Renee Young says. We are going to have a good show, here today on Monday Night Raw, or Lone Night Raw. And yesterday we did, you know, and yesterday we did happen to meet the new main overseer, or leadership overseer to TWF, John Bradshaw Lakefield, and how he, you know, how he brought Medusa and Drew McIntyre to yield yesterday on Collision or Hit, Renee Young says. That's right, Tony, Renee. John Bradshaw Lakefield, he did do what he said he was going to do. He did bring Medusa and Drew McIntyre to yield, but that doesn't undo what Drew McIntyre did to CM Punk or what Medusa did to Seth Rollins. You know? And I most likely believe that it's, not going to be over as some of them would like it to be. Alright, everyone, I know this isn't the nowadays or mean, I know it's not the now doll of me, or the nowadays or the meanwhile doll, but it's the only other one I have. The ones we got. So, Amber Moon, Athena, whatever you want to call yourself. You might be you might still be the ROH women's heavyweight fighter in AEW, but at the end of the day, you might be the TWF women's heavyweight fighter, but I want my strap back. And I know that you said that if I ever seeked where I was at, you'd give me another shot. Well, here I am, and I'm yielding for that shot. Well, for folks who don't know, Tony Schiavone says, Bayley did go missing, or was missteaded for some time, and when that happened, and they couldn't seek where she went, they ended up taking the TWF women's heavyweight winnings off of her, yielded it, and then had a match between Ember Moon and Nikki Cross for then held up TWF women's heavyweight winnings, and Ember Moon said she would give Bayley another shot for the TWF women's heavyweight winnings. Tony Schiavone said, yeah, that is true, Renee Young says, but very few wrestlers, unless they're baby leaders, very few of them tend to keep their word. Unless they're a heel, Wade Barrett says, like I was in my first run in my run at FCW, my first run in WWE, my NWA run, my 2-diff run in WWE. Like I never did keep my word. Alright, Bayley, I said I would give you another shot for the TWF women's heavyweight winnings, but Bayley, this is the green one of you. I mean, what happened to the blue one? I don't know. It got missteaded somewhere. And all I know is that I had my strap was taken off of me. You beat Nikki Cross. You ended up winning my TWF women's heavyweight winnings for a 2-diff time, which I'm truly happy for. But I now think that I should have a fight for the TWF women's heavyweight winnings, don't you think? Yeah, I think so. I'll keep my word. Yeah, I hope so. Ember Moon, Athena, whatever you want to call yourself. WWE has ownership over Ember Moon. AEW's got ownership over Athena. I guess I don't care. I hope you I hope you are gonna keep your word. You know, and I'm glad that you're keeping your word for fighting Bayley for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings, because very few folks keep their word. So, is that what you want to see here today on Monday Night Raw or Alone Night Raw? You'll see Ember Moon fight Bayley for TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings on stake. And, yeah, as Geronimo says, good one, my elderling. Good one, my daughter. Once again, you made a good match. You made a good fight. And once again, you have showed the wisdom of being the overseer of leadership of the Toy Wrestling Gathering. Say Ecliptor. Well, thank you, Ecliptor. I mean, I've only had this rank since 2021 YL, which has only been like 1, 2, it's going to be about 1, 2, soon to be, 3 years. Well, we now have the match now. We now got the match now, Tony Schiavone says. We're now going to see Ember Moon fight, Bayley for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. This match is for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. First, she is Bayley, and she is the TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Ember Moon. And keep in mind here, Ember Moon has to watch out for 2 holds. Tony Schiavone says the Bayley the belly and the rose plant or the rose drop. She has to watch out for, the Bayley the belly. Tony Schiavone said, yeah, Renee Young says she has to watch out for the rose plant or the rose drop too. 2 holds Renee Young said she had to watch out for. And now she got to watch out for the 1, 2, 3. Wade Barrett says 1, 2, and only a kick out. Ember Moon isn't going to give up the TWF Women's Heavyweight strap without a fight. She's still irked and angered, but I guess she gotten over how her time in WWE went on NXT, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Yeah, I believe Ember Moon has gotten over those things, Wade Barrett says. Unlike some folks in the skilled wrestling business that can't get over how things were in their run in WWF, now WWE, Wade Barrett says. Well, Ember Moon right now, yeah, Tony Schiavone said, some wrestlers like that. Some folks, Ember Moon hit off the ring steeple. Bayley the belly. It was that hold that helped Bayley win the WWE NXT heavyweight winnings. That helped her win the WWE women's heavyweight winnings 2 times. That helped her win the World Women's winnings 2 times. Win the WWE Women's Tag Team winnings 2 times. Tony Schiavone said. And Renee Young says if she does it, she'll become a 3-time TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Renee Young says. Yeah, we all know Wade Barrett said that she's beating the ROH Women's Heavyweight fighter in AEW. She wasn't good enough to win AEW Women's Heavyweight winnings, but she was good enough to win the ROH Women's Heavyweight winnings in AEW, I guess. 1, 2. Now it didn't happen once. Ember Moon kicked out of both of those holds. Ember Moon with the Eclipse or the block. It's over here, Tony Schiavone said. Yes, it is, Renee Young says. Ember Moon, Athena, whatever you want to call her, she's going to beat Bayley, who's going to be known by Bayley. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner And still, TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter Ember Moon, who came from Big Lots, back around in 2020 YL. Well, Bayley and Ember Moon shake hands, and Bayley's out of the ring now, and so is Ember Moon. Well, Tony Schiavone says it was a good match that we saw here today between Ember Moon and Bayley, between who is now a AEW wrestler and against a WWE wrestler. Tony Schiavone says, and I know a lot of folks out there are going to get irked and say, oh, you should call her Athena now. She's been Athena since 2021 when she went to AEW. If we want to call her Ember Moon, we can, Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, Renee Young says, Athena, whatever, Ember Moon, Athena, whatever name you want to go by. She had a great match against Bayley here today on Monday Night Raw or Low Night Raw, Renee Young says. I'll tell you one thing right now, Tony and Renee. At the end of the day, Bayley put her in a good match, a good fight. She wrestled, she fought. At the end of the day, Ember Moon just out-wrestled her, out-fought her. Wade Barrett says. And now we're going to take it away now to... Well, alright, now we got Michael Cole, Tony Schiavone says. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Renee Young. I'm going to be talking with Bayley here today on Monday Night Raw. She did not win the TWF. Bayley, I understand you are a little sad and fell down right now since you did not become a three-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Michael Cole, I used to pick on you all the time when I shifted heel for my first time in 2000 and now between FYL to 2024 YL. But I do want to say that you have always, I just want to say I'm sorry for that. Also, sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to work out. I thought I was going to become the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter for the 3rd time, but that didn't happen. Well, Bayley, it's all water under the bridge what happened at that time. But anyway, yeah, you wrestled very well. You fought very well. You were in the ring with Ember Moon, who is still the ROH Women's Heavyweight Fighter in AEW. Oh yeah, a lot of folks are going to bring that up as if it's some kind of big deal or something. And I guess to her, and I guess to ROH, AEW folks, I guess it is a big deal. Yes, Ember Moon's a great TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. I'm not taking anything away from her as a wrestler, fighter, overstar, sports sleaze woman, whatever you want to call anyone who does fighting or wrestling in a ring. But I know sooner or later I will get another shot at Ember Moon, and I will be the three-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Well, good luck on that, Bayley. And hopefully one day you get another match or another fight with Ember Moon. Well, thank you. Well, yes, that's my talk with Bayley. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Renee Young. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Bayley here today on Monday Night Raw or Low Night Raw. And that's all the time we got here. I, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young, and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Low Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.